Hey everybody, boa tarde, tudo bem? How are you? Slán, oh Jesus, Slán, agus Panagriff So I am going to, it's scorching, sorry, just have to say, it's absolutely fucking scorching here in the Algarve. So I am going to do the garage area. Look at the growing like mad. Look at them. Sorry, I'm going to do the garage area of the outside by the car where we keep all the tools and all that stuff. I suppose you call it garage or lean-to or something like that. I'm not quite sure what the fuck you call it. Anyway, that's what we're going to do. I'm going to do, and if you want to see me do it, stay tuned. I'll show you the state of it now when I turn the camera around. It's absolutely in bits. And I also know that there happens to be animals of the lizard type, lizardy animals and birds and shit. And I'm a bit nervous about what the fuck I'm going to find behind tiles and all that sort of stuff. So if you hear a scream, well then you'll know why. Sorry, that's much better lighting. If you hear a scream, then you'll know why. So this is behind me. This is what I'm going to clean. It looks a bit like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre place currently, but hopefully will make a difference. Oh, and I got a clicker. I got a thing, so look, I can turn this on and off without having to walk over. Modern technology is mad, isn't it? Isn't it? So that's what I'm doing. So here is the inside of the shed, lean-to, garage, whatever you call it. An awful lot of this stuff came from the room which was the initial workroom, which we turned into the bedroom, which is this one here, this room here, if you remember that room there. Anyway, you can't really see it. Hello. I have clothes on now. I keep on forgetting to put my clothes on when I'm filming. Anyway, so this is what I have to clean up a bit, just to make room for more stuff. I want to put all of the, you know, the bits and bobs that are around, the compost, and throw out a lot of the pots, and just basically clean up the area a bit to make it look a bit better, and so I can find everything, because currently I haven't a clue where anything is, so I need to be able to find stuff. So that's what I'm going to do. And there's also very suspect sort of bottles of things that God knows what the hell's in it, so I have to find that out as well. And then shoes. They're from the previous owners, who were little small people, so they definitely don't fit us, so they have to be thrown out. And just generally a big clean up here in the shed, workroom, garage, whatever the fuck you call it. Stereo system from the 90s. I mean, Jesus, there's an awful lot of fucking shite in here. So I've hung up all the implements on this side. Thank God nothing's jumped out of me yet, but there's so much crap, loads and loads of stuff to be thrown away. All of this shite to be thrown away. I don't know where the hell we bring those to. Probably a recycling place. There's all of that. And I'm going to continue on and do this side of the wall. Let's get a picture of the beauty that surrounds me. So I know loads of this shit needs just to be turned out. That's what I'm going to do, just continue on doing this while it's 3,000 degrees outside. The good thing is I have found loads of interesting things, like these things which are for the sprinkler system. So I found those, and there's loads of this dude here, which is brand new for the streamers. So that's really cool. And then just lots of, you know, fertilizers and things like that, which we need to use up for the plants. But yeah, I mean, a lot of shite. Lots more tools that I found, which is sort of great. But yeah, just let's put it somewhere where I know where to get them. Ant killer. And then I'm going to use this table as for mixing compost and shit like that, so I can bring the plants in here and do it here, just instead of doing it out in the blazing sun, which you might fucking boiling. But that's sort of handy to have. Okay, there's a cowbell. Put it around Fabio so I know where he is. These are. Jesus. Cement mixer. Wow. A thingamajig to make it level. Level. Look at that. Gosh. There you go. Cleaned it. Sort of. There's an awful lot of fucking shite in here. So I've gotten rid of a good load of it. It's all out there. I don't know where the fuck we're supposed to put it. But at least this looks a little bit better. I mean, you know, considering. But there's so many things that they left behind that we can use, you know, that we don't have to buy, which is great. Yeah, so that's this done. It's a little bit better. I know it still looks fucking filthy, but at least everything's under one roof, and I'm out of the sun. Whew. There's all of this wood and stuff, which is really handy because we want to build some raised beds. Well, Fabio does, so he can use the wood that's here. I want them for, you know, for herbs and stuff, herb gardens. But there's just a load of stuff that's been left behind, you know, like all paint and varnish and wood fillers and God knows what else, probably asbestos for all I know. Hopefully not. But yeah, so there we go. Hello, Botaja to the Bay. How are you? Sloan agus Banacrif Galare. How's it going? It's a beautiful evening here in the Algarve, and I have spent all day strimming the fuck out of the compound. I'm exhausted from it, to be honest. I've done loads of it, so I'm going to show you what I've done, because God knows I shouldn't be able to stand at this stage. There's just so much that I've done. So let me show you. So I started off this direction here, and I'll show you. Look, that was all real tall grass, and now it's a walkway. Now I can walk through it. And look, there's actually a stairway here which I didn't know about. So we have a stairway that we could go up, not stairways per se, but a good place that we can go up to the back of the house here, which is fab. And there's, not lovely, the two windows there. I haven't been able to show you those. That's the blue room underneath the house there. But yeah, I did all of this, and then I did all of that. Look, all down there. More relics have been uncovered and all around here. And then I went and I did, so we go down the steps, and I did the hell down here as well. So all up here, look, brilliant. I'm just an expert with the strimmers. Look, all here and all down there and all around there and all up the back, up that way beyond the sauna which is there. So I did all of that myself. Aren't I fucking brilliant? I've never been so tired in all my life. Okay, I'm telling a little bit of a fib. Those of you who don't know what a fib is, it's a lie. I didn't do it. We got the local guy who is the nicest fella in the world. His name is... Okay, so I'm lying. I didn't do it. Basically, I've been really, really busy, and with weddings and wedding guests and so on. It's my busy time at the moment, and I just couldn't get around to strimming the place, so we got somebody in to do it, who's a gorgeous fella who lives locally and is happy to be doing the work and to get the work, so we're happy to give it to him. And he's a lovely, lovely guy, and he has a tractor, and he comes and he's been strimming, and he also cut the olive tree there. He chinned out the olive tree as well. Just at the moment, it's too busy for me to be out doing stuff. I can do bits and bobs, but just nothing like the whole place. And we needed to really cut the grass around the house and the house, because of the risk of fire and so on, which is a real risk, especially at the moment with it's so hot here. It's like today was 33, 34 degrees, especially up here in the mountains. There was very little breeze here earlier on, so myself and the dogs were literally like melting. Poor Linus is just, he doesn't move, and then Theo hides under the bed in the spare room because it's the coolest place there is. We're waiting, we're just getting our air conditioners have been bought for the bedrooms and for the other bedroom, so they're going to be installed next week, I think. Thank God, I can't wait for them, because we really, really need it. It's too hot. And then at night time as well, it's fairly hot, so you know, I am pretty shite sleeper. So then if you know, I'm getting maybe 5 hours sleep a night, and if it was cooler I'd probably get 6, which I really need. But there you go. So they're coming next week, and tomorrow I have clients in the morning, wedding party, wedding guests, and then I've a couple of guests after that, so basically tomorrow, and then the next day of a wedding, and the next day of a wedding, and the next day of a wedding. So it's just busy, which is great, and I'm really happy. And then Fabio's in Dublin at the moment, and then he's back tomorrow, and then he's off again on his travels for a little bit. But that's the story. Nothing more. Leading a very productive life, lying to you. But the place looks great though, doesn't it? It looks really good when it's trimmed, and things get uncovered. You know, like steps and stuff. I love that. But I'll show you it without me talking. Beautiful. I think it's called Panthes or something like that. Oh, it's like an old streamed. What's that plant called? Panthetha something. It looks just so good when it's done. Looking down by the side of the sauna. There's our boundary. Our boundary is from that pole there, over there, down to here. So our boundary is there, so that all has to be done. But Francesco is just doing it. He's doing a great job.